Good evening, everyone. I am beyond excited for tonight's call. Our guest, I cannot wait for you to hear her story. It's truly miraculous, and she's going to talk about her journey, the products that she used, and even though her situation was a little bit different than what some people with pain might be experiencing, it's still a testimony to pain and how incredibly powerful these products are. So I am going to go ahead and get started. Again, my name is Tina Huerman. I'm the hostess and founder of the Detox Divas. Super, super blessed to have this weekly meeting where we can talk about the products with Heart and Body Naturals and go to sauna each week at 7 o'clock at this URL, coffeetalkwithtina.com. I'm a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. I am a mindset coach, a wellness advocate, best-selling author, motivational speaker. I love being outside gardening, and soon I will have my own little chickens that will each have their own personal name. Super excited about that. I want to talk just briefly about the Green Organics team. It truly is a company that is based on purity over profit, purity and people over profit. Let me say it that way. I just came across a video the other day that a gentleman was comparing the amounts of lead that is in cinnamon. How many of you use cinnamon on a daily basis? And McCormick's actually was, I think it was 170 parts per million in lead that was found in that, which was the highest of the 5 or 6 different samples. You'll never find anything like that here. In fact, if there's a product that comes that we have, even if it's popular, and there is an ingredient that is not up to their obsessive standards for purity and quality, the product just won't get sold. It won't get offered to the field. It'll be out of stock until we can find a replacement that is equal to or better than the ingredient that we had before. So I really love that it is purity over people, because in the end, it ends up helping the people itself. Another person that's extremely passionate about purity products, in fact, she's known for this worldwide, is Alexandria Brighton, who is our formulator. Alexandria is an amazing formulator, so much wisdom with 30 years of experience in plant medicine. She started the Degenerative Disease Clinic in New Mexico. She's an author, she's an educator, she's an intuitive formulator. She formulates her oils much like your grandma probably did her spaghetti sauce. It's done with love and intention for quality and just being the best. And so we love having her. Now, I'm about ready to introduce Miriam, but before we go any farther, especially with tonight's topic, I want to make sure that everyone understands this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on replay, that anything we talk about tonight is Miriam's own personal story. And nothing is here to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any diseases. The statements made have not been evaluated by the FDA. You need to consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet or supplement use. So we want to make sure that we're perfectly clear on that. We are not making medical claims. We are simply sharing a testimony and what products work for Miriam. And who knows, maybe you would get the same benefits with that as well. So, Miriam, when I heard that this was Facial Pain Awareness Month, I absolutely had to reach out to you and ask you to please, please, please be my guest on the Detox Divas tonight. And you are just such a servant leader. And I'm so grateful for you because you didn't hesitate. You said yes, but this is also your platform and something that you love to speak about. So tell us about you. What your journey. Let's go. And I'll butt in and ask questions as we go through, if you don't mind.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Tina, for inviting me here. You have been an awesome leader to all of us. And of course, I believe I've been following you for the last, 2 years?
Probably
And I,
close to 4
yeah,
now.
oh, yeah. So I've really been inspired by your journey. And I'm just so blessed to be part of HBN. I'm so thankful that I was led to these products, and God has been good. And you know that I'm a Christian, and if I mention God in, in this talk, it is because He has really been a big part of my healing and all the wisdom. But just to get started, because I'm usually, people think that I'm just like a student. I mean, like there is an impression sometimes that I don't know enough, but just to give my quick background, I've been a nurse for 30, well, this is my 33rd year of being a nurse. I was based in Manila and then I came here. But I'm just saying that just to let people know that I know what I'm talking about. I've been a medical surgical nurse for a long time. That was like 26 years. And when you're a nurse, you are trained to be a keen observer and to do deeper searching of what the problem is, what's happening. So that kind of skill I was able to apply in my healing journey. Well, back in around 2012, um, I was um, I was already in my health journey. So I started, doing my green smoothie and all that. I was working on improving my health. And then something hit me. And I'm just going to fast forward because I'm going to be talking about like several years of this healing journey. So I'm just going to be sharing to you the highlights of my healing journey. Uh, 20 Towards 2013, I started having pain to my jaw, and that pain, the dentist called us TMJ. So it was quite a mystery because my dentist was telling me that maybe you are grinding your teeth, you're so stressed. But I've never been stressed. Just before I go to sleep, I say my prayer. I'm at peace. Like even since this, all these crises that we were going through. So I had to rule that out, and I really believe that it wasn't coming from there. So I ignored that because the pain went away later on. But ignoring it, I felt like there must something be. I mean, there has to be something that has happened why I was having that kind of pain, but I didn't really do any searching, for that cause. So, um, and ignoring that, we know that whenever we have a problem and we ignore it, it doesn't go away. It comes back even worse. So after 2 years, that's when I started having nerve pain, and it hit me as trigeminal neuralgia, kind of pain. So, and yes, it was diagnosed by my doctor, and the doctor said that um, that kind of pain will never go away, and I would have to be um, dependent on medication. And the kind of medication for nerve pain is always anticonvulsant. Now, the problem with the anticonvulsant, it makes you feel like a zombie, like you don't have a brain there. Um, and I was scared of the long-term side effect, which usually I really believe is like dementia-like symptoms, like poor memory, memory loss. So I was going through those side effects, but 2015, when I was in the doctor's office and he was talking to me as if I had a terminal illness, like he really felt bad for me. Mm-hmm. It was because this kind of pain usually is hard to treat. what makes it hard to treat, I believe, is because the pain is so intense. Now, let me describe to you what the pain is like.
Can I
The
interrupt you
pain,
just can I
sure.
interrupt you just real quick? Can you say the name of the disease that you had again?
Yeah, it's trigeminal neuralgia.
Okay.
Trigeminal comes from the trigeminal nerve. We have that, in both sides. So it is located across from the ear, and it branches out to our face.
Okay.
So, and that was where I was having, actually, it was in my left side. So I was having pain, and it's not an ordinary pain. I was actually saying that if there is a word that is stronger than pain, that's not just pain. It's something else. So I described it as like pain from hell because it was like torture. Um, it's like a violent kind of electrical pain. It could come as stabbing. It's like being stabbed by a hot knife. Um, And that does not happen just once a day. It comes at night and then it happens like every 30 minutes. So it's like a come down to your knees kind of pain. So, and every time that pain hit me, what happens is I would have that, like it felt like my brain was shutting down just because it was like my body's um, defense mechanism not to feel that much of that pain. But with that kind of pain, it is really hard for you to think clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a feeling of defeat, and I had to be isolated from the people because I couldn't talk with anyone. And even with just a slight stimulus, it gets triggered. So, but it was a crisis at that time. I was in a very dark moment of my life, but I was born a fighter. And I said, I'm not going to let this defeat me. For me, defeat was like, it's not an option. There
Mm-hmm.
has to be a cause. And I had to apply the basic principles of healing. Number one is for you to find the cause of what is ailing you. And to me, it's more than a disease because disease usually comes from, poor lifestyle and all that. But for me, it was like it's an injury. Well, through God's leading, I don't have to be very specific, but later on, I was able to find out it was actually an injury from mercury exposure. When I had my dental filling, my amalgam removed, but it was hard to trace that because it happened like, a while ago. So it was really hard for me. But what I figured out, what caused my pain was the formation of fibrosis. Fibrosis are scar tissues. I had lots of scar tissue across my face, and it was internal, of course. And those fibroses were as hard as iron. Like it was really hard to dissolve it. Now, the information that I'm going to give you, you don't find it in the textbook. And what really made it difficult for me to figure this out, because you know how we are, we search, we Google, like, are there any detox protocol for this? And it says there that you cannot detox your way out of trigeminal neuralgia and even with TMJ. But I have this filter. I always, because I'm already established with, the basic principles of healing. So just because it's in the internet does not mean it's true. So I really didn't believe in that you cannot detox your way out of this disease or this health issue. So I went on and got started with the Gerson therapy. So I was using doing coffee enema and all those. So I did it for like several years, but it was really slow. I would say it took um, a long time for me to really get better, but I was getting better. And I learned to celebrate little successes. If I'm not getting significantly better, I knew I was still getting better. And I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue this path because I know the end result would be healing, no matter how slow it was, just because I didn't want to be staying in the anticonvulsant, which could damage my brain.
And
So,
what is it that so you had shared this with me and it blew my mind and made me understand the level of pain that you were living with. And this has another name, right? This disease. People also call it the suicide disease.
yes, well, before it was a rare disease. Trigeminal used to be a rare disease. And but what I noticed is it's even becoming more. And I have noticed that because I'm following trigeminal neuralgia support groups in Facebook.
Yeah.
And what used to be like around 2,000 members in one group, it blew up to like 10,000. And I would tell you for the last few years. So yes, it's a suicide disease because I heard that 50% of the people who had this for the last 2 years would commit suicide. Because whenever the pain is hitting you, it would make you wish that you're dead. I wish I'm just dead right now. I cannot endure this. And I would trade labor pain, labor pain with this kind of pain.
Wow.
I was actually wishing that I wish this is just cancer because the doctor told me, I'm really sorry that this is what you have because this is the top, the most intense pain. It's worse than bone cancer.
Wow.
And so I got to a place when I was almost skin and bones. I could see my bones because I couldn't eat without the pain. So there were many days that I had to, and I love to eat, you know me. I love to cook, I love to eat. So I had to give up so many days that, I was not eating, even drinking water was very difficult. So I was just cut off from, and I'm a church woman, I love being with people. I'm a people person. So I had to battle also, the feeling of depression and all that, isolation. But I didn't let that make me give up. What I actually did was I said, I'm going to use this crisis in my life to learn and to really just keep moving on. So I was the only one actually motivating myself. Motivation comes from the inside.
Yeah.
I didn't depend on anybody to tell me, don't give up or anything. I was trying to make myself kind of more motivated. So I used that crisis in my life to learn and to keep searching. And I am a progressive seeker of whatever is really good for the body. Yeah, so there was a time actually that I was thinking of just jumping off the building of our hospital. But I remember that I had small children back then. So I said, I cannot do this. Because every time I slept at night, I said, I wish I don't have to wake up the next day because I don't want this pain anymore. God is good. He sustained me. And yeah, so he just kept leading me to whatever was really good for my body. So moving forward, just fast forward. So I heard of fulvic acid and black seed oil. Now, black seed oil was introduced to me the time when there was COVID. I was a long hauler. I had a brain fog and all that, but it was black seed oil that just in 3 days removed that brain fog from me. So I was able to get back to working, going back to work. But I was looking for the best uh, natural chelator. And I also figured out because I was trying to dissolve the hard fibrosis to my left face. Um, I was looking at the benefits of fulvic acid. And that was because I had my teeth here and my gums were just severely receding. My teeth were also shrinking. And then I figured out later on, I said, that must be because of the fibrosis. If you don't have normal tissues here, which was causing my nerve pain, my muscle pain, and all that, it's also affecting the delivery of nutrients to my teeth and my gums.
Makes sense.
So thank God for fulvic acid because only just the first week of using our fulvic powder, I really felt that my body was doing its internal cleansing even more. Even if, I mean, I've been using for years. You see, you have to take note of this. I was using for years because of minerals, because I know the benefits of getting minerals. So I was really into green juicing. But because of the quality of even our organic veggies in the store, it's not really giving you that therapeutic
Right.
level of nutrient or minerals. So I said, this is like gold to me. This is a heaven sent gift to me, this fulvic acid. So what I do, if I don't mix it with water, I mix it with my juice, my juices, my green juice, carrot juice, or whatever. So I am now using the fulvic mineral powder for the last almost 2 years, I believe. And I would tell you that aside from dissolving my fibrosis, my teeth are also rebuilding its crowns, and my receding gums is going back to normal. Which, if I had my dentist or orthodontist take care of this, all my savings will be gone because it's so expensive. Thank God for this natural and it's so potent. So I said, I'm so happy. I feel like actually sometimes I feel like I'm cheating my dentist. It's like I'm building new crowns again. So that's one thing. And I'm from head to toe. My hair is thicker. Skin is better with this fulvic acid. Memory is better. But one thing that I'm really thankful for is it's helping me rebuild those tissues. Well, there is this it's like a Bible verse which is also applicable to health. There is a practical application that whosoever is faithful in little is also faithful in much. So just going to what my cellular the cellular needs of my body, just meeting that, I know will produce a great result. And it takes some time to rebuild your body, and which is a good news because our body can heal given the right condition. So you just have to really educate yourself. Just kind of lay the foundation for you to really understand what you are doing, so then you can be really consistent with the healing journey. But with the black seed oil, it also has an ability to melt those hard fibroses. And there is one thing that I did that really hastened the melting or dissolving or breaking down of those fibroses. There was a time, just like 1 week, I was taking 3 dropperfuls of black seed oil 3 times a day. And I saw all those unwanted proteins, those scar tissues go away. Like I was like, what? I haven't felt my cheek this soft. Like it's back to normal.
That's
So
incredible.
there were times when I would actually cry because I just cry because, God has really been good that He knows that I'm a searcher of what is true, what is good, and what is really going to benefit me from the inside up.
That's incredible. From your perspective, 33 years in nursing, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about the fulvic that makes it so powerful?
Um, well, anything that is from the ground, and also because my healing program is um is all plant based, and I believe in the power of plants. And when I found that fulvic acid actually practically comes from the plants, the nutrients of the plants, that is what the body is absorbing. I mean, if if we just, we know that it increases the absorption of nutrients 60 times, and with HBN, we have the best fulvic acid mineral powder. That's why I keep telling people, you can go to Amazon. I've been in that route. I bought like two brands of fulvic powder fulvic acid liquid in Amazon. Didn't do me good until, you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
That's what I say to people. I know it may look expensive to you, but it's not like a one day thing. You're going to use this, even just a bag. You can use it for more than 2 months,
right.
and it's worth the investment. And I'm just saying, so thankful because I mean, I come out of this whatever was happening in the world for the last 4 years alive. And actually, this October is going to be my 53rd birthday. So just thankful that I'm alive, I'm healthy. And of course, it's not just a fulvic acid powder that I'm using, the black seed oil, of course, every day, but I'm also using the trilogy because there were days when, I just need something. I don't have to juice. Like for this day, I don't want to juice. I'm going to use my trilogy. Yeah, and many more. I'm using a lot of our products, even for the teeth, the mineral,
Tooth
the
powder.
powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love that stuff.
yeah, so I keep telling people you don't have to be a doctor you have to really listen to what your body needs,
Yeah.
because to me it's going to be you're going to be a traitor to yourself if you have a pain and you don't listen to what your body's saying. Pain is telling you that something is wrong with me, but the mindset of a lot of people is no, shut up, keep silent, I'm not going to take care of you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Absolutely. Miriam, you are absolutely a beautiful soul. I cannot believe that you're going to be 53. You look early 40s at best. You've aged gracefully and beautifully, and thank you for sharing your story tonight. I know it's going to touch someone's heart, and their physical health is going to improve because you stepped up and shared your story, which I know you're not afraid of. But thank you for doing it on the Detox Divas this evening. And if you don't have, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
um, I guess I've said everything, but one thing that I would like to add or emphasize is we need to learn to celebrate little successes. What really works for the body works slowly because we go into the every cell of our body. And it takes years sometimes to rebuild this body. And with what's happening now, we really have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all these toxins around us. And I'm not gonna go down to that to that topic. It takes more than 24 hours to talk about it. But yeah,
Right.
that's my encouragement to everyone. Just learn to listen to your body, find the cause. And usually the whatever prevents the disease is what will treat you. It what will help your body cure. So thank God for our products because it even increases my faith in this body that God has given me. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's
Absolutely.
how. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, everyone, if you could give some love to Miriam in the chat, I think she deserves it after that in sharing her story. I know that you know somebody in your life that deals with whether it's muscular, skeletal, neurological pain. There is a cause, and we don't need band-aids. We just need to find that cause and get that cause out of there and let our bodies heal itself. Miriam, thank you again. Like I said, you're a beautiful soul. I appreciate you being on tonight's Detox Diva call. And with that, I will end the meeting and share the recording later. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and leave a comment if you can. Have a great day, everyone, and we will
Thank
see
you.
you next week. Thank you, Miriam. Bye bye.